Good evening, children, and welcome into the stream. I hope everybody's okay out there. And as usual, there's always one little thing that I miss. I didn't open the video stream. Why is it not showing? Ah, that's why, because I'm clicking the wrong bloody button, that's why. So, Lord knows if we'll have any viewers tonight, because I said I wasn't gonna stream, but I'm about to arrive back in the bubble, or I'm not far off arriving back in the bubble, so I thought I'd give it a stream. Okay, so I don't think there was anything decent in that one. I've only got like 80 jumps to go, so really close to the bubble now. This did about 100 or so off stream. And I actually found my first double Earth-like world. Hey Siriusceptor, how's it going? Thanks for dropping in. And hey Kathina. Oh, your message is showing up as... I don't know, it does show up first there. So yeah, found this pretty cool double Earth-like world, which I'll show you here. Both orbiting each other, which is really nice. The reason I've shown the one on the right is because the one on the left is quite obvious, but the one on the right had a lot of cloud cover, so you couldn't quite tell. But that was my first one. As you notice, I've covered up all the details just to stop anybody else going out there and grabbing it. Can happen. Is this your first time in Sirius? I don't recognise your picture, but everybody's changing their pictures recently to throw me off, so... And Jess has started saying 8-7 when he was the one who designed 9-7. He was the one who came up with it. So yeah, are you lurk? Well, that's okay. But I have a few times I have said any lurkers should drop by and say hello. So if you've ignored me on those occasions, shame on you. So I'm not just jumping stuff. I am actually checking these systems, but who knows what you'll find here. Actually, that is a water world. That was a strange looking water world, that one. Not sure it was just the light being cast from the sun or what, but it's just out of range, but if it's a big sun, you never know. Oh, the smoking jacket's back. Hold on to your pants, ladies. There's a very good chance of that, Kathina. Or like, it's going to be like there's going to be water worlds that are just outside the habitable zone. This one's like, what was it? I think it was about 50 light years outside the habitable zone, but it fluctuates, and this one looks like a pretty big one, pardon the pun. That's huge, is what she said, but that I'm not going 26,000 light years to tag it. So yeah, I had a really good run. I hit like, I can't remember, 5 or 6 Earth likes, an ammonia world, numerous water worlds, but I think, I wasn't checking them, but quite a few of them probably weren't terraformable, which is a bit of a shame, but you know. And then while I was doing like the 100 or so jumps earlier, I was just checking out some stuff to maybe do once I'm back in the bubble. Some interesting stuff to look at, or maybe even just some close by nebula that can be done per stream. So, fingers crossed, but I'm not expecting anything. Oh no, fingers crossed worked. It is terraformable. Life's good today. Life's really good. How pathetic is my life? So, oh, let me just quickly check the system before I say what I was going to say. Yeah, we've got... This is interesting. That's high metal content. I expected that one, but we've got what looks like a water world and a high metal... Oh no, I clicked on the wrong one. It's high metal. If this one's shouldn't be high metal content, it doesn't look it. It looks like a water world. It is. Okay. So if this one's terraformable, which it very well could be, then its friend next to it will definitely be. Just in the Discord, I've just noticed Marshall Fox has posted a couple of pictures, and it showed that he's been to Beagle Point. Well, on his way to Beagle Point, he's been pretty much. I don't know if it's the exact same planet. Can't quite see. Connectua KVL. Yeah, he visited the same planet twice and landed in approximately the same location. It's pretty crazy. All the way out there. I don't think he's showing on my map today. I think he must be in a different session or something. Yeah, he's not showing on the map. But you can see how close I am to the bubble now. We're getting really, really close here. $1 million credits. What's he saying? I just stumbled across that. That'll make me go right back and read my feed now. To have a ballpark figure, well, I made 70 million going out. I don't think I'm going to make 70 million coming back, but it could be. It could be 70 million. 50 million would be good to Colonia. I haven't scanned as many high metal contents this time. Just because, like yesterday, I was thinking if I really hammer it, I'll be able to get back to the bubble. So I've only been scanning. Yeah, it's terraformable. So I've only been scanning high metal contents when they're kind of surefire. No, no, still got the passenger. Oh, he's got 2 weeks on him. He's got 2 weeks on him, and that's what makes me worry that he wants to go back to Colonia when he's finished, because there's no effing way he's going back. So we'll see. We might have to jettison him into the side of a station. I'm not too sure yet. No, it looked like it, Marshall. Really interesting. Bit mental, but interesting. To go there twice. I mean, I've been to Sajay twice, like, and I have said I'd really like to do the Beagle Point run, but it would have to be when I have a ton of time, because at my current rate it would take me about a year to complete it. Or maybe not if I learn to use the Neutron Highway, you never know. Oh really? What, have you got like lightsabers now? I was looking at that vampire game, that looks a bit up your street, Kathina. Yeah, people. Wait. That's the back of my table. I'm gonna die now. Right, what was I gonna say there? Sugar. Sugar and spice. I've totally forgotten what I was gonna say, hang on. Ah, so you love all that stuff, Kathina. You say you don't, you do. What was I gonna say there? Oh yeah, has anybody got that vampire game? The new vampire game that came out by, it's made by Dotnod, who are the same people who made the emo-centric Life is Good or Life is whatever, I can't remember. Good game though. Never streamed it, I should stream that sometime. An angsty girl for the night. That's the one, yeah. Because I actually come from, originally I come from near Whitby, which is obviously where the story of Dracula ends up when he comes ashore. So I've kind of always had this thing about vampires. But I don't know, I still don't know if it's kind of my type of game, but it probably is, I don't know yet. They do, Zoomski. We had this I had this conversation yesterday with Kathina about my my youthful days. I don't know whether I'd be able to put up with all that angst now. But, it was good in my youth. Hey, you get lost, you Elizgar. Are you a Ravens fan? Hey, I can't help this team. It's just the team I've followed since I was a kid. And believe me, if I could have swapped it for the Patriots, well, maybe not the Patriots because they cheat, but I would have swapped it years ago. And it's not a horrendous jersey. In the 80s, I mean, this one's not that great, but in the 80s it was the best jersey in the league. The substandard NFL team. And don't you dare tell me you're a Redskins fan, because I have Indian friends. Oh no, that's even worse. Ugh. You could have at least told me you were a Dolphins fan. Each to his own, I suppose. I don't know why I've never liked the Eagles. They've never done anything to the Jets. I just don't know. They're one of those teams where it's never stuck in. I'll try not to do it too much, Kathina. It's nice sometimes that people actually acknowledge it, even if they are the shittiest team. Mem, I have a question for you. Okay, is this number, somebody came in a couple of nights ago, and I don't know if it was you, but somebody had numbers and letters after their name. It's all to do with those people that like chew into a microphone. Is that what your name's connected to, or is it the motorbike? I know it's a weird question, but because I'm probably wrong about both. I'm gonna have to look it up now because I'm probably totally wrong. Does everybody know what I mean? These people who like chew softly into microphones, or kind of like tap their fingers on it and stuff. Can't find anything to do with it. Oh, thank God, it's the bike. Okay, then somebody else was in the other night who's... the name eludes me of what it is, but it's like these people, they turn the microphone right up and then they'll eat a banana into the mic, well, banana crisps, whatever. ASMR, that's the one, Marshall, thank you. ASMR. Go look some of that shit up. Might be right up your street, I don't know. No, BDSM's the good one, Kathina. It all depends, actually. You're right, Sirius. I have one friend who's Indian and he says he doesn't really care. I have another friend who's don't want to get the name wrong because it could be offensive to him, but anyway, I know it's like I think he's Navajo. It's probably Navajo, I think, and he's really against all that stuff. You've said it already, Kathina. I'm totally understanding where you get your gifts from now, by the way. I've said it before, but now it's all coming to light. Don't worry, I'm not judging. We're not hitting anything special at the moment.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sirius. I mean, God. I mean, as a group of people, they have been through shit, regardless of how you look at it. Don't care which way you look at it. I love the fact that they, when the early Americans decided to make Mount Rushmore, the Indians decided to make their own version a couple of miles away. I think that's actually quite hilarious. Fuck 'em, we'll build our own. I love that type of mentality.
Frameshift drive charging.
Where they dropped the ball is they should have just made an exact copy of Mount Rushmore with dicks coming off their heads. That would have been better. That would have ruffled a few feathers. Have you got round to watching Deadwood yet, Kathina? Been pushing you to watch that show for ages. So you don't have to like cowboys, seriously. Oh yeah, well, I was talking about to my friend that they don't think it'll ever actually get completed. And if you ever watch Paul Mooney's skit about the Indians, that is absolutely hilarious. No, you don't have to apologise, but you're missing out, seriously. Are you still up for meeting when we come over to America, Ellersgar? I'm gonna definitely try and find a few days to get down to Washington, Baltimore, maybe even Philadelphia. But if you fancy a trip, we'll be in New York, sampling some of the best foods there. Where do you live, Sirius? New York? Okay, you're not far from Ellersgar then. Hey, Brian. Brian, I've been trying to add you on GTA, man. What happened? I'm gonna pop some fools and... I was gonna say blast some ass, but I'm not gonna. No, sorry, yes, I did add you. I never caught you online. I think that's what it was. Cool, Ellen's car, that's good. Have to find some of the best places to eat. Oh, Brian, I set myself up. I'll be honest, I actually set the jokes up to laugh at myself. It's just how I am. They call it self-deprecation. I think Young had a different word for it. So anybody who's paying attention to little numbers, I'm really not far out now. Getting closer and closer and closer. So, is everybody excited for E3? Or is that, like, not anybody's thing anymore? I still get excited for it. I don't hope for too much. So all these people making millions of pounds out of YouTube at the moment, trying to pretend that they know what's coming. But, I still get excited when the weekend arrives. Yeah, Cyberpunk. I'm Battle Starfield, whatever. That could be interesting. Red Dead Redemption, although I don't think it'll be shown. The Division 2. That's gonna get shown. I don't think it's as close as people seem to think. We'll all be dead long before then. Apparently, Rage 2 will be getting announced because they need to build it back up. Because although it has a player base, essentially an old player base, that player base is getting pretty old now. Skyrim for Skyrim for your oven timer. I don't know about Fallout 76. I don't know what to think about that. Fallout 5 or 4 or whatever. It wasn't that long ago. So I don't know whether it needs a new one yet. Does it? Yeah, it's supposed to be an online version of it. That'll be good. Getting ganked in Fallout. That's all we need. I'm telling you, I've said it before and I'll say it again, most of the computer games companies are wanting to take it online. They want to take all the games online, unfortunately. And unfortunately, I think they'll have the way. It's already looking like, even though a lot of people were hoping that they weren't, it already looks like Rockstar done a lot of work on the online element for Red Dead. They have said they'll beef up. Well, they have looked like they're going to beef up the single player mode because people were so pissed off about Grand Theft Auto 5 single player. That true? Yeah, you know, I say that all the time, Brian. About quicker loading times as well. But that'll be a thing one day if Windows has its way, or if Microsoft Windows start. That's what they kind of. That's what I envisage. They wanted Windows 10 to kind of be, to start controlling that stuff. Well, that's what I meant earlier, Kathina, is that I don't think people truly know, do they? I think I was talking about yesterday, I think I am going to do some live streams for those reveals. If I'm awake, I'm not going to... I'm going to be climbing a mountain on Sunday, so... You know, if I'm too knackered, I'm not going to stay awake all night to... I'm not going to do it all... I won't do it all night, but I will do whatever I'm awake for. Because like I said, it's a bit Christmassy for me. I'm looking forward to it. I think, like I said yesterday, I think that with Red Dead Redemption coming out, I think all the other companies have probably stepped up their game this year. And I think there's going to be a lot of things trying to pull people away from that. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's like another kind of version of GTA Online. I think people will be fighting for it. I don't think that means the death of GTA though. A lot of people are saying, no, it's going to be the end of GTA Online. I'm like, they're two completely different games. How can it possibly be the end of it? And yeah, Brian, this whole thing of charging people to play is ridiculous. I wish Sony had never jumped on the back of it. They could have... I don't know, they could have done it a different way, I think. You never used to pay for the PS3. If you've just joined into the stream, thank you for dropping by. Come by in the chat and say hello. By the way, do leave a like while you're here, please. It does help drive a few more people towards the stream. And as I say it every week, but I know there's a few of you out there, if you haven't joined our Discord, come join it. Don't be freaked out by new technology. It's actually so easy to set up. You can actually run it through your browser. You don't even need to download the desktop app. And I think, I don't know, I think you can get it for PlayStation and Xbox, I think. I don't know. Did I dream that? I'll have to look that up now. I think I might have dreamt that. Did I dream it? Read it? Maybe you can only link it through the PC. I was probably talking shit. But you can get it for your mobile. Or your tablet. Or your pocket calculator. I love the original Call of Duty. Absolutely loved it. Especially that SAS mission at the beginning.
Frameshift drive charging.
I wanted to be in the SAS when I was a kid. And a recruiter from the army come to the school. I heard you wanted to join the army. I was like, no, SAS. He's like, yeah, well you have to be in the army first, not me. So like, I think you have to be tall, quite tall to be in the SAS, don't care, not me. I was the only kid when we played Cowboys and Indians. I was the only one using flanking tactics.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I shall actually be climbing 2 mountains on Sunday as well, so keep an eye out for that in the Discord. I will be posting my gloating photos. Now you wouldn't believe, Kathina, how much I actually wanted to join them. I actually don't know how much I can say. Well, I did actually a couple of years ago. I met somebody who really actually was an ex-member, but by quite a fluky accident. But that was kind of like a lifelong dream for me. Although I'm against war and stuff in this day and age. It's not my type of thing. But you know, kids. I used to read books and books and books and books on them. There was a really crappy movie in the 80s called Whose Dares Wins. That was my favourite movie for about 6 years. Hang on, I've lost you two. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, better make sure I scoop properly here. Getting a bit low there. Got a 19 system, which isn't normally that bad. But
Fuel scooping complete.
alright, see you later, Elizgar. Have a good night. What is it with this keto diet? Everybody's bloody doing this thing. Your farts are gonna stink, Elizgar. Have a good afternoon, though.
Frameshift drive charging.
What is it with this keto diet thing? Everybody's doing it. We've been expecting you, Bob. Actually, I didn't see you go offline, so... Oh, you did. It doesn't always show me when you go offline, unfortunately. Ah, okay, so is it similar to... Well, you've got to go. I shouldn't really ask you more and more questions. I'll ask you next time you're in. If it means eating more meat, who cares? Who needs vegetables? You're not allowed to mix bread in with it, Kathina, that's the problem. Like bunless burgers and stuff like that. No, I've heard it spoken about a lot recently, and I'm really, personally, I'm really iffy about diets. I don't think they're necessarily good for you. Yeah, pork fat, I love it. Everything gets cooked in pork fat. In this house. People come around and say I'm on a diet. Well, you fucking shit out of luck, aren't you? Because I'm not cooking it any other way for you. No, it's not. You need to have the bread, Kathleen. Don't be crazy. You need to have the butter, the bread, and tomato sauce, but you freaks in Yorkshire like your brown sauce sometimes. Don't know what that's all about, but I'll let you off for that. Really good things have to have accompaniments. Like a really good steak, it needs mash. It needs a really, really good mashed potato for that blood to run into. So you can mix it all in together. You know, you can have a sauce with it, but sauce isn't really necessary, is it? Oh, we've got a... It's been claimed, but we have an ammonia world. Oh no, we don't. Fuck you. That's an ammonia world. That's a clouded ammonia world right there. I'll take it because of the water world next door. I'll have to go get it. I'm not mad, it has to have butter, what are you on about? Are you people crazy? Brian, you could do it, lad, that's a good idea. You do butter a bacon sandwich, of course you do. The creaminess of the butter offset to the salt of the bacon. Not Bob, lad, a really good quality one, like not something that's refined from a factory or whatever, but something from your butcher's, cooking a steak in it. You've never had steak like it. You can have what's called a cowboy fondue, which is you put loads and loads of lard, like good quality lard, and then just stick the steak inside there and leave it for 2 minutes. That's a good one. Increasing body. And Kathina would know all about that. That's how she gets her gifts. Mayo, that's an American thing. Can't have mayo. Alright, see you later, Alistair. Have a good time. You're not allowed bread on a keto diet. You could have mayo on a burger with bacon in it. That's acceptable. But anything else, you're all off your heads. Hey, I was moving really well until I started the stream, and now I've slowed down. I've got to get back on the ball here because I want this done by 1 o'clock. Oh, you did? Well done, Bob. Bagels schmagels. The way that you lot speak about food sometimes, I swear to God, I should change this channel to Ineffectual Cooking and just have you all giving your best recipes.
Drive charging.
There you go, another thing, yeah. I'm gonna do you a video though, Kathina, for brining stuff. You've got to get into that. Seriously, your pork chops will never taste better. You know that's BS, Brian, and so do I. I did see an interesting recipe earlier where one guy they were making Scotch eggs and he mixed black pudding into the sausage mix, so could be good. I'm gonna try it at the weekend. I found a double Earth-like one earlier, Bob. I was really pleased. It's the first time ever. So well done on that find. Look, I've even got proof. I've even got proof. Where is it? There you go. Look, double Earth-like world. And the water world to the right of it, but the water world to the right of it, I don't think it was terraformable. The one to the left of it is actually a high metal content, unfortunately. Now, in reality, they should have been 2 water worlds, terraformable. But you know who makes the RNG for this game? Look at that face. Don't let him do your kids' maths homework. Okay, let's get on with it.
Frameshift drive charging.
It is Kathina, yeah, that's where I was watching it from, the Manchester Egg. It was this restaurant that's famous for it. You can verify it as soon as I get back into the bubble and cash it in, and then I'll show you the undoctored version. I'm not scared of you actually, Marshall. You're way too far away. Even with neutrons, you're not going to get there. But no, it's because I put it on Discord and 1001, Brian. I just want to throttle him with the Loach, to be honest. If anything. I want to waterboard him with a bottle of Diet Coke. Well done, GSXR. That's pretty good. That's about what I've got in the last hour. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Oh, we got a 17 system here. Actually, that could be good. Oh, dagnam, it's been broken up.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I'm not far out now, Julie. I'll be on my way to Lav, as Zoomski calls it. I'll be going to Lav. I'm only playing Zoomski. Yeah, I'll be on my way to Lave Station and handing it in everything. If that makes you feel better. And I might even hang out for a few days. Alright, Brian, catch you later. I hope to catch you on GTA at some point. I've got some really nice stuff to play with.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've got some type of satellite artillery that I didn't know I had. That's about 700 grand a shot. Yeah, but we can still do some stuff together, Brian. Get you ranked up in no time. You can still join my group and you can make money off my group. That's the good thing. You're like, I've got the Alright, okay, yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I've got quite a lot of money, so I'm alright. Sorry, Julie, can you just explain why you have to hand it in one system at a time? Just for anybody else who's watching who might want to help as well. The thing is, I don't think if I can hand it in over a few days, and that's the reason is because I'm such a cack-handed frigate in this game that there's a very good chance I will actually blow my ship up on the way out of Lave Station.
Fuel scooping.
Ah, it does, okay. Oh, we got an Earth Lake. Or is it just a really blue water world? It's a really blue water world.
Fuel scoop.
And it's over 500,000 light seconds away. You wouldn't get me to fly there for for 2 billion credits. Actually, you would, but you get what I mean. One system at a time. How long is that going to take me? At least I'll know where I get my bonuses. And how much the bonuses are. Don't worry, Brian, I won't grief you. I'm not that way, I just don't do it that way. Wouldn't be me. Too many hackers to be griefing, to be fair. Way too many hackers. Okay, terraformable water world.
Fuel scope disengaged.
Okay, that's interesting. 45 jumps. 45 jumps in an hour to do it. Yes, please, Bob. You help them out. You can do it. Oh, whatever happened to Rob Schneider? He was funny once. Juice Bigelow, Male Gigolo. That was a pretty funny film. It's not my type of humour, but it was funny. I say that. Dumb and Dumber was one of my favourite comedy films ever. I can't believe I'm over 40, only 40 jumps out. That feels really strange. No, that isn't far, Kathina. It feels really, really strange being that close to the bubble. Oh, might hit a sun system, yep. I'll make it all that little bit faster. No, I mean the private solo, Bob. In the private solo with the private... Ah, fucking, it's too late. I don't get nervous so much, I just get surprised. Like, it feels a bit weird being this close to civilization. Exactly. Yeah, I don't really... I used to play in open, but I lost a lot of money in a couple of couple of events and I was just like, I'm not losing this money for people to just have fun blasting me out the sky. So I just play in private. If anybody off the server wants to come in, if anybody off the Discord wants to come in or whatnot, then that's fine. Don't think I have a docking computer on here, but even if I have, which I haven't, I have a dodgy passenger on board. So actually he's not dodgy, he just doesn't like being scanned, so I'm gonna go in shieldless. What I'm not going to do is go in there with full blasters on. I'll take it easy. Never lost data. Never lost data yet. Have I? I think recently I might have lost some data. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever lost data. Not from a big run, anyway. Is that the outpost one? The only thing I don't like about the docking computer, seriously, is on a Corvette? No. On a Clipper, ironically, always clips the roof. Always. And there's another ship where it just never seems to get it through without it scraping on the walls. Every other ship I've never had a problem with. Ooh. Ooh. That's high metal content pretending to be an Earth-like. I fucking hate these things. I really hate them. But it has water worlds either side of it, and at this distance... got a money bag system. And there used to be one of the asteroid stations that once the docking computer clicked in, it actually flew away from it until you were like miles and miles and miles away. I remember because I went away from the computer while it was docking and came back, and I was God knows how many light seconds from the station, and I had to boost all the way back. Yeah, I don't know. I'll choose one when I get there. I don't mind going to Lave Station. Do you need? Is there a reason why you want me to go to the second one? Honestly, I won't blow my stuff up. I honestly don't worry about that. I've honestly, touch wood, never done it. Even drunk. Just happened a lot of time. Yeah, but the docking computer is supposed to be able to get it there. Ah, yeah, you don't get scanned at Outpost, do you? No, you might be right. You might be right. I mean, I can sit here and proclaim greatness and then splat against the front of it. And the worst thing is, it would send me back to Colonia. So yeah, you might be right. You might have a point there. I can so imagine that happening. I'm just sitting here like, your ship has been destroyed. What? Hang on, was that yeah, it was high metal content. I see, that's the thing. I'll think about it on the way in, because I'm quite comfortable getting through the mail slot in a DBX. You know, this isn't a big ship, this is a DBX. And dropping the heatsink at the right point has never been a problem. No, I think it's the last place you're logged at, Cathedra. I don't know for sure, but I always thought it was. I've been sent back to the bubble to where I've originally set off from before, when I've blown up. When I've purposely blown up my ship to go back. And it's been exactly where I left off. Yeah, I was thinking that, Julie. I very rarely get scanned in my home station. Very rarely. And thanks for coming along tonight, people. Anybody who's just dropped in, feel free to come by and say hello in the chat. That's what it's there for. And also leave a like to the video if you're enjoying the stream. Always helps drive a few more people towards it. And if you're really enjoying what you're watching tonight, why don't you leave a subscription? Because I haven't had somebody subscribe in a couple of days. So you can make the screen dance just for you. And if anybody wants to leave a tip or anything like that, there's a little jar on the top there. I also have a Patreon page which is in the description below, which also includes a link to our Discord. If anybody wants to pop into the Discord and come say hello in there. I'm going to clean up the Discord a bit this weekend. I have to lay down some rules for you darn tootin' kids. As I'll do it this weekend. I'm going to be quite busy actually, but... Alright, well that's good. Still don't want to... What's that really horrible saying? I still don't want to spunk 30 million up the wall or whatever. You know, I'll take it easy going in. That's what she said. No, well, I'll take it easy going in. Is everything on our stream alright? We had real problems with the internet earlier today and it keeps kind of stopping. Maybe I've got it set. It's because I've got it set a little bit too high, that's why. Ah, that's good. Absolute hell earlier. Couldn't get anything to work. It's Spain. They couldn't make porridge with a bowl of oats and water over here, seriously. Although the Prime Minister did just get outed. Well, Viva la Revolution! There's then a vote of no confidence. It's great. This guy's a total dick.
Warning. Temperature critical.
I mean, what type of idiot dyes their hair but leaves their beard grey? I knew it would start dropping all these planets in as I get close. I really want to do this tonight, but I've got a serious cut-off time because I'm in the I think I said yesterday, I'm in the exam period at the moment. Believe me, it is not the happiest time of my life at all. One, it's not terraformable, which means the other one isn't, but it's only class F. Why is it not terraformable at 800 light years? Big enough. That one's not going to be terraformable either, so there's no point in
Frameshift drive charging.
sound like a right morning kid then. Why wasn't it terraformable? I just want a few more simple rules so that with the exploration update, honestly, they have to make it a viable job, because at the moment it just doesn't pay well enough. Just doesn't pay anywhere near well enough. Oops, sorry. Promise you that's not on my playlist. Yeah, because I'm a professional. I'm a pro. What do you want? You ask me to go out and do a job, I go out and do a job. I'm not going to do it half-handed. That's just not me. It's not my style. Compared to everything else, Kathina, I could have made this money that I've made on this trip. I could have made that in an hour doing something else. Maybe not an hour, but, you know, 2 hours. No, it isn't. It is not, Zoomski. No way. No way. Per hour doesn't pay anywhere near. If you're talking about something like the rags to riches, then that's a different story, because you're going from perfect system to perfect system. It does not pay out well for the hours that you put in. What is it? Even if let's do a pretty. I'll do your basic breakdown. How much it earns. So what? 8, 16. 20, yeah, about 24 hours. So I think it took me around between 16 and 20 hours to get to so I'll go, what, I'll say 18 hours divided by 18 hours. Yeah, I was making about 4 million per hour.
Frameshift drive charging.
Passenger missions are bigger. If I'd have done... What? If I've done 2 18s... Okay, so 16, 26... If I'd have done 36 hours of passenger missions... Here we go. I would have made a minimum of 500 million credits.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know, Kathina, but it's not to say it's not. No, it's not a mission-based thing. Okay, it's not a mission-based thing. You're right, but that doesn't. I mean, it's not my fault that some parts of the game, if you wanted that as your kind of job, that revolves around mission-based stuff. I just think it doesn't pay anywhere near what it should for the time that you put in. Yeah, but Roads to Riches is a perfect path. It's a perfect path which comes from amalgamated data of every other person that's done it, and it isn't infinite. I just think if I go out and discover an Earth-like world that's never been discovered before, I should be getting quite a lot of money for that. As a possible resting place or a sitting place for mankind in the future. You know, I'm not saying it should get paid through the nose for everything. Yeah, no. Yeah, it is. It is more about exploration and going out and seeing places. It is, but those doing that takes time. And it depends on the person. I mean, you know, there's people who travel through the Amazon forest many, many years ago who, okay, they were kind of doing it for the exploration, but they were also looking for special birds, trinkets to bring back to the UK for rich people in London, you know. To think that exploration isn't about money, exploration's always about money. It's about having a nosy around and seeing what can I take from there that I can make money from back home. Here we go, here come the pew pew comments again. Okay, so by that standard, Zoomski, you're saying that people in the army should be paid more than an astronomer. Not an astronomer. An astronaut. Yes, definitely I think killing Thargoids needs a huge buff. General depends which one it is, Kathina, but I do actually agree with you. I think certain combat things do need a buff. I think combat should go on pretty much the length of time it's going to take you to take that ship down. Yeah, so's being in the army though. That's what I'm getting at. It's not, it's just a thing to put alongside Zoomski. You were on about something that's risky. Not that it isn't risky in itself. It's risky for somebody in a ship who's going out and discovering new places. You might smash your ship into a planet that you land on or whatever. I don't think exploration, and this is not because I'm an explorer, it's just when I look at the numbers I'm like, there's a reason why nobody enjoys going out exploring. There's two reasons, I've said it before. One is the money, and two is because there's not enough stuff dotted around out there, which I expect in the exploration update that they've dotted more stuff around. I know it does, Julie. She thinks I don't. She thinks I don't see those videos. The funny thing is, I don't even really think about credits at the moment, to be honest with you. I don't, but I certainly think that going out and finding a brand new untagged Earth-like world should bring you a really substantial payment. High metal content world that contains like a huge amount of gold or whatever should have a huge payment on it. And you know what? Mix it in with a load of shite. Doesn't matter. So that, you know, it's kind of a pot of gold when you hit it. And everything else is dust. I don't mind that. I'm just saying it. Oh, okay. I might have to start really kind of jumping and moving now because everything's now going to be in a system that's been plotted, unfortunately. What, and I don't put the work in? You don't think I've put the work into being an explorer? I wouldn't say that. It's a bit short-sighted if you ask me. I've put a lot of hours into this. You know, I have an explorer's nose now. I've been through so many bloody systems. Like, and people like Marshall, I mean, Marshall goes out into the black for yonks on end. Doesn't want to be shooting things every 5 minutes. It's not his thing. You know, I just think it needs to, I think things need to be kind of more balanced out on an hourly thing. I mean, I've said it before, look, I'll get round to the combat at some point because I'll probably get bored of everything else. And that's just the truth of it. But I've put a hell of a lot of time into exploration, a hell of a lot of time, and I've been all over the place and not even as far or as wide as other people. And I honestly just don't think that the payments are good enough for it. I make more money when I come back to the bubble and do a couple of days of passenger missions than I do for whole trips in explorations where I'm putting my name on numerous amount of planets. I think I would though, Zoomski. I generally think, you know, the money at some point becomes completely unimportant, you know, when you've got billions upon billions of credits, which some people have, and most of those people followed gold rushes, unfortunately. But there's other people actually who have a lot of money who have done it pretty much the right way ever since the start. But then I just think, like, I generally think that explorers get the bad end of the stick, I think. I mean, you know, true, like I've been saying before, true exploration ships, you should be able to find new chemicals somewhere out there in the universe or something. Yeah, new. I know that would kind of break the sim thing that they have going, but or maybe find special artifacts to bring back and stuff. But you know, we as explorers, I'm sure we all want to come back and have a decent ship or be able to put money into something decent. Hey, Euphoric Syndrome. Yeah, you kind of do. You do. Not just the imagination, there's plenty of story there. You know, Commander Zoomski there above you, he looks at a lot of that stuff. I've done it in a lot of past streams too. There is plenty of stuff actually there to look for, or if you know where to look for it. Depends what you mean by risk though, Zoomski, because I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Look, not in this game, in a different game, but we were talking about how they were saying, well, certain players who play this game take a lot of risk to get, basically to steal stuff off other people. And I said, well, essentially they don't, because although they can die and whatnot, they can come back and do it again and again and again and again and again. And I didn't think that. Now in Elite it's a bit different, because when you're in a fight, if you lose your ship, you have to pay for it and whatnot. But to be honest with you, a lot of people who kind of do the fighting stuff, it's their type of thing anyway, and they're actually not too bad at it. Other people terrible at it. It's just not their forte. And you know, it's like when you go into Open or another game where you come across people one-on-one. And I've said to you before, like, some people just say, oh, you got to get good at it. Like, no, some people just don't have those type of reactions, or they're not in the game for that. But they still want to be able to get the things that other people get. I think it's very easy, like, if I was playing Ghost Recon, because I'm quite good at Ghost Recon, and we earned money by kills, I'd probably earn a lot of money. I don't think I'm necessarily taking any more risk than anybody else. I'm just generally quite good at doing that part of the game. Well, this is the hard point, because the progression part comes to each person, and it's a very hard thing to weigh up. That's why I think credits should kind of just be, they should just kind of bite the bullet and either do it by the hour, or for example, if something plays well, really well, I don't know, wing trade mission that pays a lot of money. Maybe a few more interdictions that, okay, you might beat them quite easily, but at least you're going to be spending more time doing it. I know, well, I don't want to get into that conversation again anyway, because I get bored of that conversation about this bloody game. The balancing's never going to be right, so I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. All I started off by saying is that I think exploration needs more money. I've always looked at it like I was saying earlier. I don't necessarily want to be paid for finding something that somebody else has found. I think it's ridiculous. I really do. I'll scan it and tag it. Well, not tag it because they already are, but you get what I mean. I'll scan it and take the money, but it's because they don't come along very often and you have to do it. But I would much prefer, as I said earlier, if I find something of value, I want to be paid for it. And everything else, they can pay me peanuts. That would make exploration interesting. It's like any game, you know. You go into Grand Theft Auto Online. There's a lot of people who play Grand Theft Auto Online who aren't interested in shooting each other. It's not. It takes different types of people. Okay, so we got another one.
Frameshift drive charging.
I do exploration for the money, yeah. Yeah, I do it for the money as well. I mean, of course I do, because you see me rubbing my hands when I come across a double water world system. So yeah, I do it for the money, of course. I do it for the exploration, but I do it for the money also. I have to make... Otherwise it's pointless coming out. That's why you'll quite often see me ranting if I go through like a 30 system stream where there's nothing in it. I get really annoyed because I'm like, I should be making money doing this and I'm not making a penny. Oh, well, I'm making money, but actually pennies.
Frameshift drive charging.
But no, I don't do it solely for the money. It's fucking pointless. If I really wanted to play the game for money, I'd follow you lot. I'd let you do all the work and then I'd just try and finish a few ships off. Seriously, that's what I'd do if I just wanted to make money. But I'll just get the bonus credits for being in the wing or whatever. I think the other thing is I was never a combatant in the original Elites. I think that's probably why. I've been saying this for ages. I'd love mining to be involved in the exploration. I'd love, for some reason, to go out into the vast, collect something and come back. I'd love it. I'd love it. Absolutely love it. I think it should have been a part of exploration a long time. Long time ago. Because that's what explorers do. If you look at the early explorers who went to the Amazon jungle, like I was coming out with before, these guys used to go in 2 weeks, come out with crates and crates and crates of animals and fruits and all sorts, put them at the dock and then head back in. They weren't just there to discover the Amazon, they were there to make money. Some people made their lives. Oh, another water world. Do you know what I really would like is for them to kind of dot some artifacts around based on RNG, of course, or certain elements around that are worth a huge amount of money, and you've got to go looking for them as an explorer. Once you find them, you land on that planet, getting your SRV, your RSRV even, and you pick up those elements and you bring them back to the bubble and you sell them for exorbitant amounts of money. Yeah, that could be interesting, Zoomski. It could be, especially if those big ships have massive jump ranges. Then you'll be able to bring a crew out, which would be great. You know. Oh, we're getting close, people. We're getting close. I can see Barnard's Loop up close. But hair's knacker, look at that. But again, Zoomy, another thing would be, for example, if you discover an Earth-like world, right, and I come along and tag it, I should get peanuts for it. Or you could differ at different stations depending on what those stations need. I don't know. But I should get paid next to nothing for it. However, if I go out and find my own Earth-like world, or my own high metal content gold world, or plutonium world, or whatever, I should get really paid for it. That would make the exploration thing more exciting as well. Keith. Oh, it's getting time, folks. Right, let's see. But that's where I'm wondering, because they'd have to kind of break the mold and imagine like putting in the hunt for dark matter. Discovered Earth-like is, I think it's 500, 600,000, depending on the composite. You basically at the moment you get paid, I think it's yeah, I normally rank it around 500,000, and then if it's yours and nobody else's, you'll get around 750 to 800,000, and anywhere up to, I think the highest I've had paid for a planet was 1.3 million, because of its composite and stuff like that. It had some special thing in it. I didn't know because I wasn't paying attention. No, they're not worth exactly that, Kathina. That's based on it. I don't know who wrote that exactly, but it's not that exact price. They differ in value on size and composite, and then it's, you know, like I say, if you discover something, I think you get a 30% bonus, if I remember rightly. And a water world is actually worth more than an Earth-like. Always has been. Earth-likes are just rarer, so if you can get your name on one, it's nice, you know. Especially that's why I was so hyped about the double earlier, because financially a double water world I'd love, but a double Earth type is so rare.
Frameshift drive charging.
What are we on? 19. I don't actually know why the water worlds are worth more. I wonder if it's because you can terraform them more into an Earth-like that's suitable. A non-terraformable water world's worth next to nothing. I think it's worth about 100,000 or something. Can't remember the exact amount. No, I do it as a job. I see it as a job. I do go out exploring for exploration's sake as well, but I like doing it as a job thing as well. Oh, you've lost me with that one. Not a big Kevin Costner fan. I did like Dances with Wolves though. Oh, the water worlds, okay. Kind of get you. It's a horrible film. Sat through that. I'll never get those 2 hours back. Or 3 hours. It was a long movie as well. I think I actually stood up at the end and said that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hi whoever. How's it going? Welcome into the stream. Yeah, I understand that, Zoomski, but that's for you, you know, like... I mean, I go out to do it. I do it kind of as a business. I see myself as an explorer. I want to get my name on as many places as possible. In order to do that, I have to spend quite a lot of time out there. And, I just want to be paid for it, that's all. So everybody's like 9-7, whoever.
Frameshift drive charging.
I should take a screenshot of that. You just look like the most uninterested audience in the world. Stay tuned this week for the second episode of Ineffectual Retro.
Fuel scooping.
No, because eventually the person who's doing the high risk thing is it's not going to be as high risk for them. So then that equation doesn't work. It makes sense on paper, but it doesn't make sense in reality. You know, there's actually some people who don't go out into the black because they're scared. They think it's too risky. There are people who say that. So do I not get paid more based on that then? I don't think the risk is as risky as it seems sometimes. I've not often, and I do say often, but I've not seen you panic that much in your streams. I ain't scared. Yeah, you are. Oh, thanks, GSXR. No, there's no permit, Euphoric. Hey! Mm-hmm. 14 jumps. Let's just keep it going, then we might as well just get back.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'll argue this point till the sun comes up, Zumi, because everybody says play this game the way you want to play it and be the person you want to be, yet people still argue about who should make money, how money should be made, and how it should be done. And I just think that common sense says to me, hey, you can spend your life fighting a battle. Okay, so you can spend your life fighting a battle in, let's put it in reality, right? You can spend your life fighting a battle in a country or whatever, and you're never going to earn as much money as the guy who finds an oil field. Okay, so in my opinion, if you want a true opinion in that sense, is that anybody who goes out and discovers an Earth-like world or a high metal content world worth a lot of money should get paid more in one day than you probably ever would shooting anybody. Now I know that doesn't sound silly, because it is. In the basis of a game, it's completely silly.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I mean, that's how it would work, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, so in my way, there's risk when I go out into the black. There's risk that I'm going to jump 30 systems and not get anything. And that's a serious risk. Because it happens a lot. Like I said before, people say to play this game your own way and to find it your own way. So why are other people getting more than somebody who decides to go out and explore? I don't see the risk part of it as being part of it, because that isn't how it normally works. That isn't how it works in the world, in the real world. In fact, most people in this world make a lot of money for very little risk. That's why they make money. But anyway, we could argue for hours, because I'm never going to capitulate to the risk thing, because I just don't see it in that way. It's at the end of the day, it's a game, and everybody invests time in it. Investing time in it, whichever way you do it, it should still get. You should still have the opportunity to go forward as much as the next person, in my opinion. You can hide stuff behind engineers. I don't mind that. There's various engineers where you can't do stuff unless you do stuff. That's fine. I don't mind that.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
You say that, Zoomski, but some of the ship rebuys aren't that much. Alright, you might lost to what you made in those fights, yeah. But, you're saying that like that never happens out in the black, like nobody ever gets blown up. Plenty of stories about it. No, just because it doesn't happen to me. She's the one with the stick. Hey Malcolm, how's it going? No, the reason I fight for the kind of, I always say the little man, is because the ineffectual gamer, if you will, is because I hear this conversation in every single game I play. People saying get good. The only way you'll make more in this game is by getting good and getting better. And okay, to a certain extent you do, if you want to do certain things. I'm not saying that. I am not saying for a second that people who go out and fight in their ships should be paid less. I never mentioned that. Never said it once. I said that exploration should pay more. That was my statement. And I don't think everybody should have a level playing field necessarily. What are you up to tonight, Malcolm? Oh look, I've got unidentified signal sources now. Must be getting close. Yeah, you definitely got your money's worth with this game, Euphoric.
Frameshift drive charging.
What were you up to, Malcolm? See, Malcolm's actually he's quite quiet when he comes into the stream, but he's a big combat guy. I see him pew-pewing a lot.
Fuel scope disengaged.
Well, maybe so, you know. That's what happens with oil barons.
Frameshift drive charging.
8 jumps, people. Where did that star come from? I've really got to sleep. I'll do these 8 jumps though. Just for the sake of doing 8 jumps. Yeah, exactly, all barren. Hey Zena Zulu, how's it going? I've not seen you in a long time. How's things? I keep thinking that it's the fact that people have been away, but it's probably because I don't stream as late as I used to. Because I'm not drinking as much as I used to. He says I've been quaffing. Well, I haven't quaffed. I've had a couple of whiskies tonight. But it's alright. Tonight's a cheat night. It's acceptable. Julie will be able to fill you in on that information, Euphoric. Boom, boom, boom. I have to not get too excited here. But having said that, if I have to call the fuel rats out. I should call the fuel rats out in a stream. Because I feign lack of fuel. Because a lot of people have never seen the fuel rats in action. Like, I will never need the fuel rats again. Touch wood. But I honestly don't think I will. Because I've got my own ways of getting around it. But my god, what a great group they are. For what they do. And it's something that I've often thought, should I become a member and do like a weekly 1-day stream if I could become a member of them, because it's my type of thing. Oh, Jess is back on the meds. I'm already in their Discord, whoever, and I'm are you asking thingamajig? Oh, I don't like it when there's cross discussions. I don't know where I am.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I was talking about fuel rats. I'm on the Discord of Lave Radio. You can you for it. Well, you can't keep them all, but you can certainly. Don't select the things. Just let the limpets go out and collect. Once it's brought something, but it'll automatically find something, bring it back, and then it'll go out and find the next thing. So you don't have to target stuff with the limpet. And then a limpet will be good for 3 or 4 things before it expires. Maybe even more.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, peeps, we've got 2 jumps. 2 flipping jumps. Off the meds and on the cult, yeah.
4, 3, 2.
It's too early in the week for cult, isn't it? Oh dear me.
Fuel scooping.
We're officially in the bubble, people. We are officially inside the bubble and making our final jump to Lave.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've got a shower in the back. It's a nice ship, this one. It's well kitted out. I have to use it when he's asleep, but when he's asleep I can use it.
Fuel scooping.
We just have to work out whether we're going to eject him or not. That's the big question. I ain't going to end up ejecting him because I'm sure he'll want to go back to Colonia. That's just not flipping happening. I'm going through the docking process in my head. Don't dock with me. This is a very serious moment now. Yes, I'm going to sell it all to Lave. I won't get scanned. I'm quite confident. He says, "You're all making me nervous now." I'm not normally nervous when I come back. It's gone quiet in here. No, I'm going to engage silent running. What are you on about? It actually doesn't matter even if I get scanned, I'm not going to get shot up because he's not wanted or anything. He just doesn't like being scanned. That's why I'm going to be going in cold. Because I genuinely don't want to pee him off because he's worth about 39 million credits. So I know what movie that's from, Marshall. You have to say it again as well. Don't just say it once. It's one of my favorite old films, that. What do you mean haircut? Are you taking the piss? Actually, I should slow down because I really haven't done this for a while. It feels weird at the moment, but I'll be alright.
Please re-establish comms link, Commander. You've dropped off our scanners.
Oh, where's 29? There we go.
Landing gear deployed.
Normally complains that I have my hard points out though, which is strange.
This is a flight regulations reminder. Please do not obstruct the access corridor during arrival or departure.
Landing complete. Clear to disembark. Security forces are on the lookout for
Hang on.
this area, Commander. I would advise you don't provoke them.
Who did a ghost face? I might have to start banning people. I actually, Mem, I normally forget docking procedures when I'm going backwards and forwards. That's my worst thing. It does actually. It does. Alright. So let's have a look. It'd help if I turn silent running off before I explode as well.
Signature restored. Shields online. Hull repaired.
Ship integrity 53%. That's not. It's not good. I love how cheap a paint job is. Next stream 5 hours of selling day. No, I'll do all that off stream. Just gonna have a look roughly how much I've got. $12.8. 12.8. $12.8. Take that off. 12.22. You're probably better than me at this, Kathina. Say 22 million. 26 million. To knock a bit off the next one. 26. Okay, we'll take that off. 34 million. $35 million. 30. Did I say 35 million? Shit, I've got count now. Well, let's say 41 million. $41 million. 44.5. Come on. 30, 31. I have to knock a bit off the next one. 31, 41. No, 51. Fucking hell, 54. I'm losing count here. I think, yeah. So that's it out. So I'm gonna have about 54 million, but this doesn't include any of my bonuses at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the things that are worth a lot of money, okay? I'll give you an example. So I got this one here. These ones actually. This one, confirm. So I got a bonus of 300,000 on the 700,000, so that's $1 million for that one. Oh, that system I got like 1.2 million. That's good. $1.2 plus an extra 200,000. God, this is gonna take forever to sell, isn't it? Wait, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Julie. I can't because I'm trying to help out the background simulator in Lave, the background simulation in Lave. So what I don't want it to do, like I did there, is sell a full page. Luckily that page was worth only a couple of million, so that's a good system. Look at the payouts on that one. Don't worry, people. Talk amongst yourself for a second. I'm not going to put you through this all the way through. Nice bonus on that one as well. Yeah, I was hoping I had a bonus for this one. Not huge, but it's alright. Might get a bonus on this one. No? This one? Yeah. Bonuses. I still got to deliver this dude to his destination. No, sorry, whoever was asking, we can't sell it all in one go because it doesn't work the same way with the background simulation, and I'm selling the data to Lave because they need to stay in power at the moment, because there's another player group trying to take the power from them and basically destroy the ability to access an engineer, which some people say isn't ganking, it's part of the game, or it isn't. Not ganking, sorry, that it isn't griefing, it's part of the game. It's bloody griefing if you ask me. Because they could be doing this somewhere else, but I don't know, I might be wrong. I probably am. But whatever. Seems it only becomes a part of the storyline when it stops somebody else doing something. I got a bonus for 300 grand for that one, so it's not too bad. How much did I start off with? 596 was it? Yeah, if you can help out Lave at the moment, because, well, I just have a thing about, I think there's certain places that people shouldn't really touch or try to take over. Lave's one of them. Obsidian's another. I was actually quite angry when the Thargoids attacked Obsidian. But, just me. It's fixed now, isn't it, Obsidian? It's one of the first ones to get fixed, I think. Oh, this one might have a bonus. No? This one might. No? Really interesting what systems those were. Very interested. Oh, we got one on this one. Another bonus, and we'll do that one. Wait, what am I on? I'm on 127. Place. Let's have a look. Why can't I bloody do this one? Because I'm in it. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to attempt, just quickly. I'm going to attempt to deliver this guy because I actually just want to know where I'm taking him, to be honest. Still don't know actually where in system. He's going to the Wabayo visitor beacon. Yeah, he's going to want to go home. I know he is. This dude's going to want to go home after I've visited the beacon, but I'm going to give it a quick go anyway. Feels good to do that after a while. Give me that much.
Frameshift drive charging.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
You're right, Mem, but it's still under fire from another player group. Two jumps. Being teetotal's not a good thing. Being alcohol reliant's worse, but you know, whatever. Especially for brandy. Who drinks brandy? Probably the Queen. Why do you say it's very lightly? Is the other player group just overpowering it? So this is where I think the kind of... No, I'll shut up about it. I'll shut up about it. Oh, that's a short drop in. He's gonna have to say, take me to the nearest stadium, station, or stadium. Maybe he wants to watch a bit of interplanetary baseball. I'm a half an hour over budget, people. Wow, that was cool. They've all come to interdict me, I suppose. Have I ever done that one? Ah, shut up yourself. Only whining because you don't want to hear it. No, no, I'll give you it. It's part of the story. You know, role playing, all that lot. Looks like the top of my head. Oh no, it's the top of a Jewish man's head by the looks of it. Shalom. A stationary unidentified signal source. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Anybody tell me what that might be? I swear to God, what am I doing here? Yeah, you want to do that, don't you? It's exactly what I wanted to do. Fly at the bloody thing. I couldn't even find this silent running button there.
Mission objective complete. Cannot comply.
Ah, shut up. I don't even know what my bloody button is for this.
Thermal signature restored. Cargo skill deployed.
There we go.
Retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, not far off. Right, okay. Let's see what he says. This is a 12 compared. Alright, yeah. Like I care. When did I commit a crime? Oh, fuck off. Thank you for your spread. Yeah, take me back to Jack's station. Yeah, right. So do I have to wait until they get annoyed? Or can I just lob him off at the nearest station? Oh. He's going off at the nearest station. Yeah, I'm gonna eject him. It doesn't give me the option there. I always thought it did. Do we abandon it? Yeah.
Incoming mission
Okay, there we go.
message.
So suppose he's gonna say, drop me off at the next station. Yeah. So you can't pay me 39 million quid now, can you? You can't eject him, unfortunately. I so wish you could. Unless I'm doing it wrong. If you can eject them, I'll eject them into the side of Thorn Ring. There's no option to eject them. Thank you very much, whoever, for the subscription. I know it's so unprofessional yawning on stream, but you know, it's been one of those days. Absolute barnstormer. Yeah, I'll probably stick around here actually, Julie. I think I might get one of my... I'll have a quick skeg of the message board. And then I'll get some of my ships flown in, and if I can do something over the next few weeks, I'll try and stay in system and do a few bits and bobs. Come on. Yeah, I think I might put it on the Discord actually and try and get a few people involved. Marshall, I'm afraid you're going to have to turn face and come back to the bubble. Sell your data. I don't care if your 3 jumps out, just do it. Oi. Don't be a douche. At least I don't have to worry about getting scanned now. Scan away. I've got nothing but cocaine and methamphetamines on board.
Lincoln, Bravo, Echo, Lima. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau welcomes you to this station, Commander.
They actually quite like me, the Imperials, and I've never done anything for them. What did I get clearance for? 42. Okay.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed.
How do you like that, Scanny McScan face? 40. Where the hell's 42? There it is. Somebody kicked me up the arse there.
Please observe a minimum clearance distance while conducting flight operations.
Show me the way.
Touchdown confirmed. You may alight when ready. Our facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
I've lost a ton of stuff from my inbox the last few days, but means I can go back and scan them again. So can I get rid of them now? Oh no, they've already done one. Okay, nice one. That is actually a very good question, Kathina.
For the benefit of all guests to this facility, please refrain from obstructing access to docking pads.
Not friendly enough here, so... Oh, there's one there. Transport some people to Ogmar. 22,000 light years. 22,000 light years? For 600 grand? Yeah, alright, mate. Right, children, way past my Betty Boos. So, listen, thank you very much for joining the stream tonight. It's been a pleasure, as usual. If you like the stream, do hit that like button, and if you really liked it, do hit the subscribe button. Come back again another time. Now I'm back in the bubble. I'll be doing a mining stream at some point. Definitely going to get that done again. And some more discovery stuff, but closer to the bubble. And even I might be going over some old ground that I've done before, but might be new to viewers. So keep your eyes out open in the future. Also keep your eyes out open this week for Ineffectual Retro. Retro gaming ineffectually. And that should be a bit of fun as well. So I'll actually go out tonight with the ineffectual retro. Okay, so have a good night. 9-7.